Hello Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading. Please come into this tarot reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to learn something or better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate for you, that's totally fine. Feel free to push them aside. You may want to revisit them at a later date. Sometimes tarot messages make more sense in the future. So again, just be open to that, but above all else, trust your own intuition, your own internal guidance system. That being said, let's try and get you some helpful, insightful messages for Taurus. One more card. And do remember, you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice, guidance, and energy check-in. All right, here we go. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Star. I like that. The Star of Healing. All right, so right smack in the middle of your spread, you have the Four of Cups. For most of you, I sense this as indecision, and bear with me, but I'm almost getting like emotional indecision. So I don't know if it's not knowing how you feel about something or someone and not necessarily getting a firm sense of which direction to go. Ironically, it's like you're not trusting your own intuition is sort of what I get. It's like you feel a certain way, but possibly you keep talking yourself out of it. And this may or may not have to do with giving to something or someone that doesn't necessarily give back to you. And I know, Tauruses can be very generous and, it's not like that's why you're doing it. It's not like you're doing or giving with the expectation of receiving back. But I think other people, particularly your friends, especially a fellow Taurus friend, has brought to your attention that you're giving to a source or a person or whatever, that it's almost like they're taking advantage of you. Like they're take, and they never give back, or, energetically, there's no exchange there. It might be that you're tending to someone who is just really needy, or, and it might be a relationship, but if it is, for a lot of you, it feels like something that isn't firmly established as what it is. With the Knight of Wands, especially headed in the other direction, bear with me, I don't mean to offend or insult anyone, but it feels a little bit like a booty call, or it feels a little bit like hit it and quit it, and then they come back around and, you invest in them and you hope this time they're going to stick around, and they just don't. And I know that's kind of a bummer of a message. Like, I'm here to give you solutions, not just problems, right? But I would also encourage you to expand, how you look at this. And maybe this has to do with giving to a family member, right? Or loaning somebody money, or constantly being at, your mom or dad's beck and call whenever they need you, and like you're a full grown adult and you have your own schedule and your own responsibilities. And while I think it's wonderful and generous that you're willing to give to people, where do you draw the line, and at what point are you disrespecting your own boundaries or dismissing, I'm hearing the word integrity, because there is this need and desire to give and nourish and nurture those around you, but almost to your own detriment, if that makes sense. Because, especially with these cards, whatever this Knight of Wands is, and maybe it represents a person in your life or an energy, they're coming and going. There isn't as much stability and I'm here for you and I'm your rock and I'm your person, on their end. They don't tend to have that same regard for you. And with the Justice card here, it's like there is an equilibrium in how you guys are approaching this relationship. Or viewing it, for that matter. This could also be a coworker, right? Maybe you're on the same project team, and maybe you're pulling all the weight and picking up all the slack, and you're willing to do it because it's your job. And I get that. It's like you have a strong sense of responsibility of like, I don't want to look like I didn't do my work, so I'm just going to do it all, even if it means that, they get to float on cloud nine and not do anything, because it's like my reputation's on the line. For some of you, that may have to do the work scenario where it's like you don't want your boss to think less of you by letting it show that you have that you're working with a slacker. And again, it's so admirable. Like, I feel the place where it's coming from, and I love it in a sense because it shows just what an amazing person you are. And it's a tricky message. It's a tricky message because I'm almost getting the idea of, well, how could this possibly keep going at the rate it is? Because it's like you're going to run out of time. You're going to run out of energy. You're going to run out of money. You're going to run out of, strength and health if you're the only one contributing to this. And I feel like it's saying take some time to focus on you and separate from the crowd, separate from the people. Aquarian energy is very much like, let's get the groups of people together and, all for one and one for all. But then if you're getting burned by your team or whatever it is, it's like then that Aquarian energy comes in helpful, where it's like, I want to be part of the group, but also like just a little bit separate too. It's kind of like this interesting contradictory energy of like, I still want to be part of it, but like, I got to do my own thing because I'm the star in my own sky, and you should be, right? That shouldn't come from a place of ego or drama or anything. It's just, I think you've forgotten your own importance here. And that could be in a marriage too, with the Hierophant card showing up, especially for my, those who resonate strongly with female energy. It feels like there's just like this, yeah, it's all take and no give with your partner or your person. And so you are kind of at this crossroads of like, something's got to change. I can't keep doing this, and you know it. But it's almost like you're waiting for the universe to come in and make the change for you. And I think it's sort of the opposite. There's no Tower card here, right? The Tower card is sort of like unexpected upheaval and shocking changes because, we've been in a situation that isn't healthy or is toxic. And so the universe is essentially being like, nope, we're shutting that shit down. But because the Tower card isn't here, it's almost like the universe wants you to do it on your own. And it could be this idea that rather than the universe coming to your rescue, it's up to you to actually, stand firmly on your ground. That's a great Taurus expression, right? And draw a line in the sand and be like, no more. And not only that, when you do that, not feel guilty about it, or not feel, no guilt, no shame, nothing about that, because you've given 110%. It's like you have nothing to prove. And if the people around you don't see that, that's on them. Like, that's their problem. And I know it kills you inside, because it's almost like I get the sense that for a lot of you Taurians, you may have come from a family where you had to grow up very quickly. And as a child, you were you took on like adult responsibilities. Maybe you had a parent that was sick or had some sort of addiction issue or illness or whatever it was. There's this need for you to grow up and mature very quickly, and this automatic response to take care of everyone around you, because if you didn't, it's like the world would fall apart, right? And so with that, I even subconsciously, you kind of carry this energy of watching other people in crisis and running in to rescue them time and time and time again. And I think I know the universe is saying, you don't need to do that anymore. It's great that you're so generous, but like, again, like enough is enough. And I mean, I don't do fear-based readings. It's not about that. But just with the Star card and then the Four of Cups, it's like, at what point is this no longer good for you and it's impacting your own health? And like your own life is sort of being not jeopardized, but I hope you understand what I mean. Like, it's taking a toll on you in ways you might not even realize. And by nature of that, because I think some of you guys are so willing to do that, maybe at your job, with your boss, with your family, it may actually be manifesting for you in relationships as well, where you find yourself always in this role of being, the giver and not receiving back. There's definitely a lot of cards of like, is this balanced? Is this equal? Is there equal give and take? And I think some of you are really contemplating like, is this my person? Can I keep going to bat for this person and sticking up for them? A lot of you, it feels like there's judgment around you because you're in a relationship where your friends and family don't like your person. And I think you know that. I think they've made that clear, or for the most part, they're kind of encouraging you to raise the bar, to not settle. And I think at first, again, you took that, you took offense to that because, you like this person and you saw potential in them. And, maybe there is, some passion there. It feels lusty. I'll give you that. It feels like, it's great in the bedroom maybe. But even then, I don't think it's equal. I think, I don't know. Ordinarily, though, when I get sort of this, people are intervening and telling you that they don't like your person, more often than not, I'm willing to be like, okay, well, it's not their business. It's your person. So as long as you're happy, great. However, in this reading, it's very different because you're not happy. There's something here where like internally you know something isn't right, but you're not trusting your intuition that there's more out there for you. I think a part of you wants to make it work, and again, sort of that tenacity, and I'm going to stick it through to the end, and I'm going to change this, and I can handle this. I'm Superwoman, I'm Superman, I've done this all before. It's not calling for you to do that, though. It's like, this is your exit, this is your escape route, and you're choosing not to take it against your better judgment. And I mean, it's tricky because you do have to use your own judgment. I'm just one tarot reader out of 1,000, but for those who are resonating with this, I hope this is sort of like the message you needed to hear, because it wouldn't come out of the blue. This isn't like a shocking message for those who for whoever this message is for. This is probably confirming things you've already been thinking and feeling. This may be with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. It doesn't have to be any of those signs, but those are the ones speaking to me the loudest here. And with these two cards, it may have to do with ending a marriage or again, a long-term relationship maybe. Others of you might just be dating this person hoping that they commit. And again, this message sucks to hear, but like, I just have to be honest. I don't see this person wanting a commitment. I think it's very in and out. When it's convenient for them, they'll come by. Like, again, it's very like player energy. And I think that there's this internal conflict in you of whether it's time to actually sever it, whether it's time to actually speak your truth and detach from this. Or again, maybe it's that kind of Venusian, meaning ruled by Venus, right? Your ruling planet, kind of Libra-esque energy, where it's like, above all else, let's make it work. We're a team. It's all about teamwork and compatibility and harmony. So what would happen if I, rock the boat, if I upset the waters, right? And for some of you, it's like, that's really scary, but that's what this is calling for. Face your fears, walk towards your fear, right? Because you're going to come out on the other end of it much stronger and with a better understanding of your strength and tenacity and capability and dedication to yourself. That's really what this is about. It has nothing to do with being selfish or having an ego or, putting yourself before others in negativity. It's the opposite. It's like you haven't been doing enough of that. And it feels really like, it feels sad in a way where it's like you don't recognize your own value and worth. Somehow that got lost in the shuffle. Yeah, boy, this is a heavy message, Taurus, I have to say. All right, let's see what else we can get. I think some healing, though, is in order. And I do think, like, the divine is trying to speak to you in messages, in numerology and symbolism. So be open to receive those messages. Something about water energy is very healing to you right now. So soaking in the bathtub or, going to the pool at the gym, or if you live near a body of water, going on a hike and sitting by the waterfall, something about that. I think it's soothing and it's healthy for you and it's meditative. And I think it has to do with like the flow and the change of things and understanding that there's more things down the pipeline for you. So this is about like not settling, understanding that there's a bigger world out there. So make sure you're with people at a job, in a relationship that respects you and sees value in you and shows it and tells you that, right? I think that's important here. All right, let's get you an oracle card. I'm sorry it wasn't a real lovey-dovey relationship message here, but that being said, I feel like my last two readings for Taurus were very strong. So sometimes the messages has to change up, right, for other people who need to hear them. So let's see. Love and nurture your body. Always do your best. Your own body is a manifestation of God, and if you have honor for your body, everything will change for you. Practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant seeds of love in your mind, and when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. Yeah, so maybe healing factors into this a lot more. All right, Taurus, that's what I got for you. I have to show you the picture, though. It's so cute. So Taurus. Those little blossoms, those little blooms. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, book a personal reading if you desire. There's information how to do that in the dialogue box below. I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, Taurus.